6 a.m. and you're ready to start August 1st. Well, that's today. So get ready. Goodbye, July. Now we're going to check in with Justin to see what we can expect for the rest of your week and the weekend.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
I like that. Goodbye, July.
Yeah, goodbye, July.
Yeah, nice ring to it there as we get set for your 6 o'clock a.m. newscast right here. Again, August 1st. Hard to believe that.
I know. July went by really quick. Well, actually, I mean, I'm not too happy about saying goodbye to July because it was actually nice this year.
We got a good amount of rain there. And, of course, the heat is definitely back. Justin, you was at the Missions game yesterday.
I was.
How was it?
Out there?
It was good. It was a little windy, but it was nice. It was a good game, and it was hot at first, and then, by like
a little breeze out there.
By the middle of the game, it got a little bit better.
Yeah.
I got a trivia question for you guys.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's see how you can do here. It's geography because I love geography. So, what are the only two Southern Hemisphere countries to host the Summer Olympics?
Okay.
Obviously, we're in the Northern Hemisphere.
Right. One, I know.
Yes.
I was like, so I'm sorry. I was looking at the graphic. I know Brazil.
Okay.
Because that was
Great answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that was while my
That
daughter
was Rio, yeah.
Yeah, that was recently while my daughter was alive.
That is one of them. What's the other one, RJ?
You know what? China. Beijing?
No, they're not in the Southern Hemisphere.
Southern.
Wow.
One more guess.
Uruguay.
Well, that's close, but not really, actually. Australia. You forgot about our friends
Sydney.
down under. Yes, you're exactly right about Brazil.
Woohoo!
That was
job,
in
Steph.
2016, and then yes, Australia. I'm gonna pull it back. What am I doing here? I don't know what I've done.
The speed
I've
forecast.
gone to the 7-day forecast. Well, let's work with that. But yes, Brazil and Australia. Australia's hosted several years, and notably back in 2000. So I'm going to show you the 7-day forecast. This really does kind of sum it up. 98 Friday, 100 Saturday, 98 Sunday. We do have a small chance of rain over the weekend. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit. And we'll talk about the heat and the tropics too. All right, RJ, back to you.
Sydney, Rio. Okay, here we
Yes,
go. Yeah,
there
I'm
you-
going
you
to keep that in
nailed it.
mind for the rest of my life. Okay, 90 at Military Drive. Traffic moved along pretty good both directions right there. And 410 Jackson Keller, we saw a little bit of activity over at 410 in Vance Jackson. So let's go ahead and check in with photojournalist Alex Gomez and Drive Cam for us this morning. Happy Thursday to you, Alex. How are things looking out there?
Well, good morning, RJ. The northeast side is doing very well this morning. 35 southbound, all of those construction barrels are already picked up. So if you're coming down from the northeast side, you should have no problem. Speeds were great. But I'm still headed to the northwest side to check out the activity near 410 and Cherry Ridge. So happy Thursday, almost to the weekend, RJ.
We definitely are almost there. Thank you very much for keeping us informed out there. Alex in Drive Cam this morning as he makes his way from the northeast side to the northwest side on a Thursday. Stephanie?
All right. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, Alex. And just into our newsroom, we have just learned that the victim in a shooting on the southwest side has died. Now, we brought you this story as late breaking news during our last hour. So this was a scene just after 3 a.m. on Carranza Street. That's not far from Frio City Road. San Antonio police tell us that a man was shot 3 times and then died at the hospital. As of right now, there is no suspect information.
And San Antonio police are telling us that another man is in the hospital with serious injuries after being shot on the city's north side. So this happened just before 3 a.m. this morning on Blanco Road near Jackson Keller Road. A 21-year-old man was found with gunshot wounds to the stomach area. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Right now, there's no word yet on a suspect or a description.
And the man is recovering this morning after being stabbed multiple times on the city's southwest side. So this happened around 2 a.m. on Somerset Road, not far from both New Laredo Highway and I-35. So according to San Antonio police, the suspects got out of a vehicle and tried to rob the victim, who tried to get away. So we're told during that assault, the victim was stabbed at least 4 times. He was able to get to an apartment complex and call for help. The suspects took off after that attack, and so far they have not been found.
Well, the man that you see right here, Alexander Castro, is on trial. He's accused in a car wreck that killed a woman back in 2022. But now he's blaming her for causing that crash. Yesterday, the jury watched police body cam video of that crash scene on Highway 281 near TPC Parkway on the north side just moments after it happened. Prosecutors say that Castro drove at speeds of over 90 miles per hour into several stopped cars. One of the other car drivers here, Alexandra Siebert, was found unconscious in her vehicle with a severe head wound. She later died of her injuries. As police investigated at the scene, Castro can be heard telling police that it was Siebert who was driving erratically.
She was bouncing all over the place. I thought she was pulling over. And she came under me.
Now, if he is found guilty, Castro faces up to 20 years in prison. We're going to continue to follow his trial as this all unfolds.
Well, now to something about our homeless population that a lot of people may not know. So the majority are women and children, and a lot of them are escaping domestic violence. So take a look at these numbers. This year's point-in-time survey recording homelessness trends found that 524 people experiencing this in San Antonio were fleeing abuse. Now, the overall count from 2023 increased by 51%.
And our Courtney Friedman has led KSAT's coverage of domestic violence for 8 years now.
However, she just learned that San Antonio's top prevention organization has a manager housed at the homeless shelter Haven for Hope.
Never knew this was here.
This office has been at Haven for Hope since it opened in 2010. It belongs to Leslie Schultz, but she's not a Haven employee. She's the clinical services director at Family Violence Prevention Services, which offers survivors a number of resources, including the Battered Women and Children's Shelter. Overall, pretty much the same services offered at Haven.
We talk a lot about Family Violence Prevention Services and the shelter resources.
Right.
These seem pretty similar because it's coming through you.
It is.
People can get those here as well.
It is, absolutely.
Schultz says her team spends an average of 200 hours a month with their clients, sometimes ensuring them they are experiencing abuse. It's most often thought of as physical or sexual, but it can also be verbal, emotional, and financial. Schultz says that's the one that plays a huge role in victim homelessness.
No access to family finances. Even if they were employed, it was required that they gave their paycheck endorsed to their offender.
When a client is ready to be fully enrolled here at the intake center, they're given these forms. And at the very top of the form, you're able to check if you're fleeing domestic violence.
Those families are led to Schultz. They get counseling, a case manager, employment classes, plus domestic violence survivors are placed at the top of the list for rapid rehousing.
This is not a woman comes in with one kid maybe. These families have 5 kids, 6 kids.
If someone is forced to continue to become pregnant, have children, level of dependency upon offender spikes.
If the abuser finds the family at Haven or they prefer it, they can be transferred to the Battered Women and Children's Shelter with those same resources.
We're giving them their voice back, their autonomy, their empowerment.
Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
Well, if you or someone you know is in an abusive situation, there is help out there. There are so many resources for victims of domestic violence. So you just scan that QR code on your screen, or you can visit our website, ksat.com/domestic violence.
And in the latest KSAT Explains, as families set aside money for back to school, KSAT is taking a look at money within schools, plus how public schools are actually paid for.
It's really a equal share on behalf of the state of Texas as well as the local taxation or property taxpayers.
While property taxes paid within a school district don't always stay in that district, that's because of a lawsuit filed by Edgewood ISD that revolutionized Texas school funding. You can watch the full episode of KSAT Explains right now on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and our YouTube page.
Time now, 6:09 and 78 degrees for now.
All right, still to come. Yes, football is back. What the Houston Texans are planning tonight for the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio, which you can watch right here on KSAT 12.
Plus, some important news for pet owners. After the break, what you need to know to protect your pets from fleas.
Fleas may be small, but they can cause big problems for your pet.
Once the flea is on them, they start to chew on them, and they can actually cause what's called a hypersensitivity reaction or an allergic reaction to the saliva of the flakes.
And once your pet has them, they can quickly invade your home.
They can bite people, so, once they're in their house, they'll hide in floorboards or in your carpet,
making it hard to get rid of them. So, if you find yourself dealing with them, here's what you can do.
Start with your pets. Bathe them with a mild soap like Dawn dish detergent, because this can drown the fleas, and then use a metal flea comb to remove them.
Next, tackle your home. Vacuum daily and wash pet bedding in hot water to eliminate eggs and larvae. And now, out to your yard.
Fleas like humid, shady grass areas, so keeping your grass short and your bushes trimmed can make it less inviting for them.
Of course, preventing fleas and ticks is going to be your best option. Your vet can recommend a topical or oral flea and tick medication that's right for the age and size of your pet. And stay away from using flea collars, which can contain chemicals that have been shown to have troubling health impacts on dogs, cats, and humans. Ivan Herrera, KSAT 12 News.
Yeah, some good information there. I'm always checking our little dog. Anytime she starts to scratch, I'm like, whoa, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, we did give you your flea medication.
Yes.
Start to kind of just look through some of her coat and stuff. But
we used to do the little flea medication also, but I didn't realize we didn't use a collar, not because I knew it was, I don't want to say dangerous, but it was not good. We just didn't, but I didn't realize that it was could be harmful, the flea collars. Yeah,
our dog's older, so she likes to just kind of chill inside.
Yeah,
she takes it easy for the most part.
That's good. Yeah, she's not out in the heat or in the grass. So yeah,
I know Justin's dog has some fun tales out there. No comment from him.
A little bit.
Penny's an AC dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Inside AC, and maybe some of you will be inside the AC in your vehicles right now.
Yes, definitely. As we take a look at our traffic right now, Traffic Authority taking a look, 35 San Marcos traffic moving along pretty good, both directions there. 37 Houston, same situation there as well as we get more people on the roads on your Thursday morning commute. But let's go ahead and check in with photojournalist Alex Gomez. It looked like last time he was going to be headed out to 410 Cherry Ridge, but right now we have smooth sailing out there. Alex, how are things looking?
Good morning, RJ. Yeah, we've had smooth sailing even in that area of 410 near Cherry Ridge. I didn't see any activity there, so it looks like whatever was there could have been small, minor, and was already cleared. So smooth traffic, whether you're on the northwest side or even the northeast side. I'm going to keep on driving around. This is right now 410 South near Ingram. I'm driving with the windows up. I don't know if it's the Saharan dust or the pigweed, but this morning I've got sniffles, RJ.
Always got to watch out for that pigweed, right, Justin?
Yes. Rogue pigweed.
Absolutely. And yeah, Justin, you have some fun stories with your dog, Penny.
Yeah, she's probably up right now barking at squirrels as we speak. She took out a window at our house, which is pretty wild. She fell through a window because she saw a squirrel outside. And apparently, it's more common than you would think. Like dogs jump through windows. She was fine, by the way.
She got the cone of shame, though.
She had a little cut on her leg, but she's better now. So, yes.
But she's scared of windows now.
She's a little scared
Poor
of windows.
Penny.
Poor Penny. All right, let's take a look at a great picture here from Taylor McClelland, who always takes beautiful scenic shots of Woodlawn Lake. But this one, you can see the colors of the Saharan dust, that just hazy sunset. And that was exactly what we were dealing with last night, Taylor. We appreciate your picture-taking ability. And yes, that Saharan dust is still around today, maybe causing you some allergy issues. Now, the good news gets out of here this afternoon. We'll get rid of it. July rainfall, as we look back on the month of July, we are now officially in August, and it was such a good month for us when you consider that July is often one of our driest months. We had several days here where we had rainfall in good numbers. And keep in mind, this is just the airport, so some places saw a lot more than this. But if you consider from the 18th to the 25th, we at least saw something almost every day. That is incredible. And so we had 4.25 for the month, and that was above average. Now we are headed into a more typical summer-like pattern with a big heat high now over the Texas Panhandle, and that's why temperatures are going to be so hot in places like Oklahoma City, Abilene, Dallas today. But even here, it is going to be very, very warm. 97 with heat indices 100 plus, 98 Denver. Whole country, really, honestly, is dealing with some big-time heat. You either got to go up to like Minneapolis or head out to San Francisco, where it is Forecast to be 68 today. They got the onshore flow. It keeps things a little cooler there. Futurecast shows high pressure. Does try to move out to the north and west a little bit. That may open the door for a weak frontal boundary. It's not going to move through, not going to cool us down. But what it may do is kick up a shower or storm late on Saturday in the hill country. And then here in San Antonio, maybe on Sunday, late in the day, there could be an isolated shower or storm. It'll be few and far between. Rain chances are 10% Saturday, 20% Sunday. That's it. But we'll hope for maybe a little bit of relief one of those days because as we get into next week, that heat continues. As we look live outside, you see some of the clouds there in the distance, some of the morning clouds. We're at 78 degrees. I would imagine we're not going to fall much more than that, especially with a good southerly wind this morning at 11 miles per hour. And winds will be breezy yet again today. You'll see them in the 5 to 15 mile per hour range, but gusts higher than that. 94 at 2 o'clock, make it up to 97. That feels like number around 4 or 5 o'clock, 105. Makes it hard to be outside for any long length of time. 98 Friday, 100 Saturday, as we said. Sunday, 98 with that 20% chance of rain. And next week, yeah, more the same. As kiddos get ready for school, you know, the first week of school is always really, really hot.
Yes, it is.
But you know, once we get to, I would say the middle. I always say the middle of the football season is when we start to get some of the fronts.
Yeah.
I feel bad for those football players the first couple games because it is brutally hot.
It is rough, but I mean, they do get, you know, they get the practice of practicing in the heat, so that kind of helps, I guess.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody I know is taking the precautions they need to out there.
Yeah, also the bands, the ROTC that are practicing out there, so make sure to stay hydrated as we get all of those practices underway.
Yeah, what's nice about bands is, like, at least when you're practicing, you don't have to wear the full uniform.
Yes, yeah.
You can just, like, you know, be in your, you know, t-shirt and sneakers or whatever. So,
but they practice in the parking lots where the asphalt. So it's hot,
sometimes some of them have fields. So
that's true.
yeah, so just be safe out there, guys.
It is getting hot. Yes, 6:20 right now, 78 degrees outside.
And looking outside with live cam right now, not that hot. The sun is not beaming down on us yet, but you know, fairly cool this morning, considering 78 degrees, 79 degrees, and it is 6:20 again. So you have time to grab an iced coffee this morning. We'll be right back.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a new twist in the baby reindeer lawsuit.
You say this woman's stalking you?
Yeah, like 6 months maybe.
Why'd it take you so long to report it?
I think she needs help.
Richard Gadd created and stars in Baby Reindeer, which he says he based on his real experience with an alleged stalker who sent him more than 41,000 emails and left him 350 hours of voicemails.
Honestly, where were you last night? You need to tell me if you're not working.
The first episode even says on screen, this is a true story. But this woman, Scottish lawyer Fiona Harvey, says that character is based on her, filing a $170 million defamation lawsuit against Netflix, telling Piers Morgan,
"It's taken over enough of my life. I find it quite obscene. He's a liar." And my friends say likewise.
And coming up at 7 a.m., legal expert Dan Abrams weighs in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
All right, time to talk some football here, and I love this. Former Houston Texans wide receiver Andre Johnson said to become the first member of that franchise in their history to be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. The hall is ready to fill the empty shelf with his name on there, the bronze bust of Andre Johnson. Yes, the Houston Texans, they're in Canton right now for tonight's preseason matchup against the Chicago Bears. The game, again, will coincide with Texans great AJ 80 becoming the first player in franchise history to get into the Pro Football Hall. And as for the on-field action, head coach D'Amico Ryans was asked about tonight's game plan.
This first preseason game, right, being the extra game for us, really looking to see most of our young guys get out and see them compete, right, and see if they can take the things we've been teaching them daily from the field, see if they can take it and show up when the lights are on. That's the main thing you see in this first game, Hall of Fame game. You'll see a lot of young guys, right, who are vying for a spot to make it in the NFL, and so it'll be great to see those guys go out and compete.
All right, cannot wait for this. It is the Texans taking on the Chicago Bears in the Pro Football Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. Kickoff tonight, 7 o'clock right here on KSAT 12. And Andre Johnson getting in to the Hall of Fame makes me feel old. Because that just goes to show how long the Texans have now been in existence after, of course, the Houston Oilers were there for a while.
You know, that's okay.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah, J.J. Watt will be the next Houston Texan.
yeah.
Love J.J. Watt as well.
Yeah, we all do. Time now, 6:26 and 78 degrees for now.
All right, checking in on Drive Cam right now. Alex Gomez, he's hitting the streets for us this morning. We're going to check in with him in just a little bit and give us an update and also get an update from Justin on our forecast. We'll be right back. We are taking a look at Live Cam right now as we get a look at the beautiful city of San Antonio, and we are turning the page over on a new month. Cannot believe that today is August 1st. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's 6:30 a.m. and I know a lot of kiddos are still sleeping in, but they may wake up and realize it is August.
Yeah.
That means school is around the corner.
It is right around the corner. Yes, I know Justin did that countdown yesterday, and unfortunately the kiddos are like, no, no.
Say it isn't so.
The parents maybe are like, yes.
Yes.
You have your school supplies bought, you know, rent's due, mortgages due.
Yeah, all
it's the first of the month, y'all.
All the things.
Yeah, it's all right. It is going to be hot today, and we'll see some hot temperatures going into the weekend. I do want to show you the current air quality, and we were watching this all day yesterday because we had that Saharan dust moving through. So where you see these orange colors is where you could say the air quality is a little bit lower than we're used to, in the sense that it's unhealthy for those who are sensitive to that kind of thing. As we've been talking about asthma, severe allergies, that's what the dust can sort of contribute to. And it's still there. We're still seeing some slightly lower air quality here around San Antonio and out to the west. Here's the good news. That dust moves through. And I think by this afternoon, you're going to see the air quality start to improve. Forecast for today, 86 at 11 o'clock, 94, 2 p.m., 97 is that high today. Heat index will be 100 plus. And as we look at the weekend, small rain chances on Saturday and Sunday, but I'd say maybe a little better shot Sunday afternoon, 20% chance, 98 degrees. Yeah, I think we'll be up near 100 on Saturday, and next week looks pretty hot too. More on that extended forecast and what may happen in the tropics with that system that we're watching there near the islands as it moves towards Florida. We'll have more on that in just a couple minutes, but we toss it over to RJ now with a check-in on your morning traffic. Things likely beginning to pick up.
They certainly are, Justin. As we take a look at our TransGuide traffic cameras, 35 New Braunfels Avenue. That area is looking okay. Southbound right there, 35 at Main, upper, lower levels. Traffic moving pretty good in and out of downtown. But on the east side of town, Loop 410 northbound at WWY, we do have reports of a crash there with at least one of the main lanes that is blocked. That would be an exit ramp, so keep that in mind if you're headed out the east side right now. Let's go and check in with photojournalist extraordinaire Alex Gomez. He is in Drive Cam with us. Got a nice shot there in Dash Cam. Alex, how are things looking out there?
Yeah, beautiful view right now. We've got some clouds mixed in with some Saharan dust, so I can't complain. It's a nice view to check out going Highway 90 eastbound near Roland Avenue. But I do hear that you just mentioned that crash. I'm not too far away from that, so maybe I can check it out and see how traffic is moving on the east side, RJ.
Okay, thank you very much, Alex, as he makes his way on 90 eastbound for all of our drivers making their way in and out of that downtown area. Stephanie?
RJ, well, looking ahead, Vice President Kamala Harris is in Houston today. She is scheduled to speak at the funeral of longtime Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Now, the White House says this will happen around 1:20 p.m. Last night, Harris addressed the Sigma Gamma Rho sorority, one of the historically black fraternities and sororities in Houston. And earlier yesterday, former President Donald Trump said Harris, the first black woman and Asian American to serve as vice president, had in the past only promoted her Indian heritage. Well, Harris responded briefly during her address to the sorority, saying that Trump's display was an example of his divisiveness and disrespect.
All right, we're counting down to November, and as we get closer to Election Day, KSAT is doing something different this election season. We're going to communities all over South Texas and hearing from you, the voters, on both sides about what issues matter most to them. If you need a reason to feel hopeful about political discourse, you'll definitely want to tune in. Our first episode focused on voters in Uvalde. You can scan this QR code that you see on your screen right now to watch our first episode, and stay tuned and stay on the lookout for our next edition of Your Voice, South Texas.
And tonight on the news at 6, it is a special edition of Doc Talk. So this week we are answering your questions on back to school health. So go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen right now and then submit questions you have about your child's health before they head back to the classroom. So we're going to take those questions to a local pediatrician, and KSAT 12's Doc Talk airs every Thursday at 6:30.
So a lot of memories in this room and a lot of memories down on base too.
Well, for nearly 4 decades now, they've been known for their Cajun-style cooking inside the walls at Acadiana Cafe are many memories and ongoing laughter.
And if you've ever been to this iconic restaurant, then you know that this room might look familiar, and it has definitely taken on a life of its own. Patty Santos tells us the story of the military room and the names etched on its walls.
I don't know who was the first newly minted air person to do this, but they started.
David Saylor points to the names carved and some sharpied on the walls of the military party room at Acadiana Cafe in the West Side.
Oh, this is her right here. This is her right here. She's actually my second cousin, and she graduated from the squadron.
They are the names of basic trainees from 4 different squadrons who stopped to eat at his restaurant before heading out.
We opened in December of 1986. Patty, I'm not sure how this became the military room, but it is. The party room at Acadiana is the Air Force / military room.
It's taken a life of its own.
One of our regulars donated this.
Partly thanks to customers, like the one who dedicated an old panoramic photo of Randolph Air Force Base to moments in history.
Here's original newspaper clippings of Hawaii being bombed by Japanese planes. This Marine, that's his pictures here. He used to work here at Acadiana.
Last week, Saylor announced the sale of his Cajun-style restaurant building. It will reopen under new management as a Mexican restaurant. Naturally, I had to ask, what happens with his room?
The people that bought the building, they're dedicated to preserving all of this and even expanding on it.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I was worried about that.
It's going to be maintained as it is, and it's going to be even expanded on.
All right, awesome. That's good news. I'm glad. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first at KSAT 12, on site at Acadiana Cafe.
And I have to tell you, Saylor is so ingrained with serving the Air Force in that part of the community that he was made an honorary commander. Acadiana Cafe closes its doors August 29th. So Go get your fixins.
Yes, we have to do that. I was going to say, you know, a lot of people, you know, in that area are going to miss going there. But I mean, also, I grew up near there. I mean, John Jay High School is just down the road. For us, also, they also hosted a lot of events. So I've been to baby showers there, and even one that my mom hosted there. And so, I mean, we're gonna miss it.
So he is keeping the. He's going to be doing catering.
So he's still going to stay in the food business.
If you miss his food, you can still pay for it and get it because he will do catering.
And we will announce details later on, I guess, as it comes together. Well, that's good news for all the fans there. Yeah. We'll
so a
just
couple
get it catered out.
Definitely a couple of quick comments. KSAT.com from Cool Daddy. He says, going to miss the dumplings and peach cobbler. Mr. Saylor was a cool guy as well.
Yes,
Another one, the professor says he's been going since 1988. And David Saylor here, this is from Chuck B. He says that David Saylor and his family are great people. He is retirement age, so this makes some sense. But he want to continue getting some of that Cajun food out there.
Yeah, you can still get it.
All right, that's great news. Thank you, Patty. Time now 6:38 and it's 78 degrees for now.
All right, coming up, Simone Biles and Team USA are Olympic champions. They are the dynasty once again. How their triumph is sparking excitement for young gymnasts right here in San Antonio.
Welcome back. It is 6:42. Well, this morning we are taking a live look at Paris, France, where the Summer Olympic Games are going on right now. And we're almost 1 week into the Games, and we've already seen some iconic moments. Well, looking at the medal count right here, you can see the U.S. leads with 31 medals total, and China has the most gold with 11 so far.
All right, yes, we are racking up the medals here, but one gold that everyone is talking about is, of course, the greatest of all time, the GOAT, Simone Biles, leading the U.S. women's gymnastics team to a gold medal in the team final on Wednesday.
Well, it has sparked excitement among the gymnastics community, and here in San Antonio for some local athletes, watching the women compete is not only exciting, but also inspiring.
My favorite gymnast is probably Suni Soli.
And Simone Biles.
No matter who's your favorite gymnast on the U.S. women's gymnastics team, the entire team now winning gold and winning hearts, including the hearts of local athletes.
What does it mean to you to see, some of these, very, very talented gymnasts who are competing in Paris?
It encourages me to be like them one day, so I can watch them and learn stuff from them, so I can get to their place one day.
Push down on the bar.
It's preseason for competitors at the Southern Gymnastics Club in San Antonio. However, these young athletes were able to take a break from training to watch the best of the best in gymnastics.
What do you see when you see them watching what's on the screen here, like for example today?
Oh, they just fall in love with the sport a little bit more. They get to be a part of something bigger than themselves, which is what team sports is all about. And so watching Simone and Jordan and Jade accomplish all their goals really makes us feel a part of it.
What's happening at the Paris Olympics, hitting close to home here in San Antonio. All the local gymnasts have their eyes on the USA women's gymnastics team, and especially Simone Biles as she makes her comeback.
Some of the girls have gone through things, and so I can kind of see how that didn't stop them from making them Olympics. So it kind of helps me.
And gymnastics is also a sport that co-owner of Southern Gymnastics Club, Jeremy Veit, believes should be top of mind all the time, not just during the Olympics.
Sports don't have to be about gold medals. They don't have to be about the Olympics. They don't have to be about college scholarships. Sports are about developing time management, discipline, work ethic, learning how to respond when you get knocked down, learning how to fight through adversity.
So you heard Jeremy there talking about, fighting through adversity, and, he's hoping all the girls not only learn, from the wins, and from the ups, but also the downs. So, coming up on GMSA at 9, we're going to be talking to one of our KSAT producers who's also a gymnast, Haley Powers, and she's going to talk a little bit about how she can identify what what Simone Biles went through a few years back.
Yeah, it is a tough sport and obviously very competitive, but great to see that those young women are inspired to do it. And obviously, based on what the Team USA success has been, I think that's really cool to see it kind of trickle down to those younger girls right there.
Yes, I mean, you could tell they're very excited about the sport. And it goes, I mean, that goes along with a lot of hours of training, like all the time. But I mean, you know, if you want to be a success, they say you got to put in all the work.
Steph, you get on the balance beam?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
The uneven bars.
I bet you would be really good at the breakdancing too.
There you go.
Maybe.
I'm excited about that. I don't know why.
Skateboarding, BMX. Stephanie's all over.
The dust is working its way through Texas and actually, we're let's talk about traffic here just real quick, Justin. Before we go to weather, we're going to check out this incident here, I-10 at Medical Drive. So we have a couple of vehicles off to the side of the road there, but we saw this just a little while ago. Actually, Justin did bring it to my attention, and it looks like we are now good to go here on this as far as getting these lanes through here. This is going to be the eastbound lanes of I-10 Medical. All right, Justin, how are things looking out there, man? Actually, drive cam. Here we go. Yes, Alex. He was going out to 410 earlier at WWY. All right, let's check in with Alex. How are things looking out there?
Well, they're good. I went to the east side, 410, I-10, and I didn't see any accident there. So it could have been minor, but right now, just that congestion you usually see, just the normal stuff. So I wouldn't be too worried about it on the east side, RJ.
Okay, thank you very much, Alex. Okay, the third time will now be the charm now. Justin. Everything's looking outside.
I was so excited about breakdancing. No?
He was, yes.
I was too.
Didn't mean to cut in front of you.
Can't blame you.
All right, forecast dust. This is what we were talking about earlier. It is starting to make its way through Texas, and it will shift out of here later today. So if it's been bugging you, we saw all the haze in the sky yesterday. It does get out of here, and by tonight and tomorrow, you'll see less of it. And we'll see clearing skies, more blue skies as we get into tomorrow. I want to show you the big picture here. We've got high pressure. Everything's kind of rotating up and around it. And we have storms on the northern edge of this ridge of high pressure. But here over Texas, there's just not much there. And we're not going to see a lot next couple of days because of this ridge of high pressure. It moves off to the north and west by the weekend. And this does start to open the door a little bit. It's still going to be hot, but it may be just enough to let a weak frontal boundary come down into Texas, and that could kick off a shower or storm on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we could also see some isolated showers and storms. That's around 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. I'd say late in the day, there's that potential. I wouldn't bet on it. It's just a 20% chance, but the opportunity is there nonetheless. And hopefully that could give us some relief. 77 at 8 o'clock this morning, 84 at 10 a.m., noontime 89. And look for a high today of 97. That feels like number anywhere from 100 to 105. So it is going to be another one of those steamy days. In a lot of places, we'll see heat indices probably above 103, at least for a couple of hours later today. In the tropics, we've got a busy scenario underway out in the Pacific. Carlotta has formed. We're likely going to see Daniel a little bit later today, too. And then there's a small chance for some development off to the west of that. Those will all move west out over the Pacific, should not affect Mexico. And then in the Atlantic, we've got a wave that starting to get some thunderstorm activity around it, and this will work its way up towards Florida. Now, the one thing I think has changed with the forecast here, and this is important, is some of the models now want to take this into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. I still think Texas is probably safe from this, but folks around Florida and anywhere in the eastern Gulf definitely want to watch this. There's a 60% chance of development in the coming days. We have some time to watch it. It's still not a tropical system yet, but I think it will start to get organized here soon. So your extended forecast, 98 Friday, 100 on Saturday, 98 Sunday. There are those small rain chances, and look for hot weather and mostly sunny skies for most of next week. We'll be right back.
6:53 right now, and a reminder that starting on Monday, this upcoming Monday, Japhanie Gray will be joining our GMSA crew. She'll be hanging out with me and Justin from 5 to 7 a.m.
And then she's going to start hanging out with me on GMSA at 9 a.m. So we want to have a little fun with her as she makes her return back to San Antonio. So we are continuing our Japhanie trivia today with a new question.
All right, this is not up for debate. We know that San Antonio has the best breakfast tacos in the country. So today's question is, what do you think is Japhani's go-to taco order?
Yeah, so you can weigh in right now by scanning that QR code on your screen. You can see all the results that we got so far. So we started this about 5 a.m. And this looks a little different than the first screen because when we brought this to you at 5, Potato and Egg was leading
right
with,
That's my pick.
Yeah, that was
I feel
y'all's
like people
pick.
are just voting for their favorite taco.
Fair enough. Good for them, yeah.
And now, I mean, bean and cheese is barely hanging out at 19%, and then chorizo and egg, 43%. Well, actually, chorizo and egg.
Yeah, what an underdog story.
Wow.
Chorizo and egg, up from the ashes, coming
all good choices,
rising.
though.
Yeah,
I don't
they are.
remember.
Hard to choose.
So when Japhanie was here, she was mainly like on the night team and the night beat, night shift, sometimes dayside. But she did fill in a few mornings, and then maybe we can ask around and we can find the answers.
We'll figure it out.
We will, yeah. Continue to vote, and yeah, we'll try and share some of those results when Jaff gets into town next week. All right, guys, quick check of traffic here as we take a real quick look at live cam, and of course, the sun is coming up across the city of San Antonio right now, and things looking pretty good if you're about to step outside right now. Okay, and here is a look at the latest traffic. I-10 eastbound at Medical. We do have a stalled vehicle off to the side of the road there, and fortunately, traffic is getting through that area. Let's go ahead and check in one last time with photojournalist Alex Gomez. He is in the streets for us this morning out in drive cam. Saw him drive past the Alamo Dome just a little while ago. Alex, how are things looking?
Good morning, RJ. We do have a new accident south of downtown, 35 northbound right at Laredo. It's going to be on that lower level. I saw about maybe 5 cars involved in that one. It's fresh, so be prepared for a big slowdown if you're on the south side coming up. Again, 35 northbound at Laredo. Use that upper level to pass by it, RJ.
Okay, that's good stuff there. So that's a little bit past, I think, Burbank High School, going up to maybe like the King William area, South Alamo area. So keep that one in mind if you're about to head out. Thank you very much, Alex, for checking things out for us this morning on Drive Cam.
And you can see with the shot we had, and he pointed this out earlier, we have a beautiful sunrise underway. Some clouds out there, still some hazy skies. Those hazy conditions will start to fade later today. And as we go into the weekend, it's going to be hot, 100. Saturday is probably our hottest day. The only kind of bit of good news there is a small chance that we could see a shower or storm late Saturday in the Hill Country, and then even here in San Antonio on Sunday. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Otherwise, it is a very August-like forecast.
Yeah, it is.
With temperatures near 100 each and every day.
So I'm remembering maybe earlier in the week that you had a 10% chance on Monday instead of Saturday.
Right. It's the timeline's moved up just a little bit.
Okay. Well, we'll be prepared for that. Thanks for joining us. Yes, we will.
GMSA at 9. We'll be right back.